Hey there, folks, and welcome back to the Icenia campaign. Last time, we started a war with Siluria, and it's going pretty well, except for this situation in the north with these mercenaries. Now, I gave it some thought, and I do think I will stay here in Ordowicia, and here's why I think that. In a few days, it'll tick over to May, and my mercenaries will actually get one tick of replenishment, which they will as well, these forces over here. But you'll notice the morale of this huge combined army in this unholily named Ganganon Akron. This army actually has pretty bad morale right now. So if this army attacked me right this second, I might actually win, despite having the numbers disadvantage. The other thing going on here is their mercenaries that they just hired have started at 0 morale, like my mercenaries started at. So even though these numbers are scary, I'm actually not sure that these mercenaries are going to contribute much for several months at least, if not a year. And looking more closely at the information in this massive tooltip here, you'll notice that their mercenaries are actually only 5 units. It's 2 archers, 2 chariots, and 1 horseman. This is a pretty small mercenary force, and on its own is weaker than just my levy, or it's comparable to my levy, I suppose. And so, all this in mind, this force isn't actually really ready to fight my force. And what I think I will do is hold the force here and sort of hope that I get some good rolls on sieging down Levo Brinta. So that's kind of what I'm thinking here. Now, in terms of the southern force, they will also be recovering month to month, and it may take them a few months to get back up to 2,000. Essentially, what I need to do here is, as much as it would be safer to move this force down to support the siege and to combine my forces, this would be giving up the siege of Levo Brinta, and I'm not sure I need to quite yet. I think I have at least 2 more swing months of being able to beat this army in which to make that choice before I have to leave Levo Brinta. So that's kind of what I'm thinking. We don't want to be too hasty here, even though that would be the safest decision. It would extend the war, and even though my economy is doing okay, it would be potentially bad to be a little too cautious here. I mean, fortune favors the bold, right? It is annoying that we have to wait to get the siege back under control, but the siege in Levo Brinta, if we got really lucky on, say, a 7% roll, then that would be awesome. I think if we lose the 7% roll, I guess let's just continue. All right, so they're going to also do more AI splitting up things. And what they might do here, which looks like what they're doing, they're moving their... Actually, hold on. The mercenaries are actually almost at full morale. They might be moving their mercenaries to go threaten the siege in the south, in which case I definitely will send this force down that way. Let's see what they do. Okay, it's a little unclear what their maneuvering here is for. You know, I think because they can just go around, and is this fort going to stop them? I guess not, because it's their territory, and they have a fort there too. I think because they can threaten my southern levy, I will withdraw now to support my southern levy and get this fort. Because once this fort is under control, this changes everything. Currently, because they have this corridor of their territory, this fort essentially does nothing. It would only stop them from going this way into the edge here of the land. However, if I controlled this fort here, suddenly this whole area is fortified because the fort zone of control is under my control. So actually taking this fort is very important overall. So we're going to withdraw and just gather up our forces all together down here in Burum and kind of cut our losses in that regard. Once we take Burum as well, that will really help with the war the war score situation. So should be fine. If they're going to come siege this down, that's totally fine. We're going to win the siege race. Burum's already mostly under sieged, so should be fine. Yeah. Our tyranny is back to 0, so we'll have to take care of that pretty soon. Yeah, so they're going to waste a bunch of time sieging and then not sieging. I don't know what they're doing. More AI strangeness. Can't be helped. This game is apparently not being worked on anymore, so whatever. Alright. Now this will go pretty well. Once we get this, they'll have to go north through here, which will slow them down even more. Yeah, so combined now, we actually are stronger than their combined force. That's good. Assuming they even attack me in a combined state, which they might not do. And I think once I take Siluria, we'll have to see what the war score looks like. Okay, we're not going to get any sort of lucky siege there. Are they going to come challenge me down here? That might be what they're doing. They might be going for Canetio, the standard target for all my enemies, apparently. Oh, no, they're coming. All right. Are they going to come attack me over the river? I guess they'd be defending in the forest. But they have, like... They're not really ready to fight me, though. What are they doing? Don't tell me they're going to come. Oh, here they come. All right. I don't know what's going on here. I wonder if the AI doesn't, like, consider its morale. That can't be, though. That's such a huge thing of this game, to not consider your own morale. All right. They're going to come fight me in the forest defensively. Okay. If you say so. I don't know what they're thinking about this, but I guess we'll see how the fight goes. Of course we're going to win, because we have the numbers advantage, and the morale is already messed up. At least they don't have the tactics bonus. Donwin's actually leading the fight for once. That's good to see. Look at you, Donwin. Get some popularity, 1.26. All right, so we did actually win the fight, but it was more of a Pyrrhic victory here. We lost 2,000 men. So now we definitely have to keep this force combined to finish the siege. But they did lose a few men as well. And importantly for war score, us winning the fight, even though we lost more men, is better for the war score. But we also started off with a better number, so... And now they're going to retreat all the way up to Liwo Brinta, I think. White peace imminent. Yeah, okay. If you say so. Alright. What do we got here? National tax or 100 golds. Oh, for him. National tax. I don't need loyalty with that guy. I saw 100 gold. Oh, it's just for him, personally. Alright, we're gonna get the war goal any minute now, so let's calm down there, game. Let's not enforce any white peace, please. Hopefully that's like a year away. We're at 42%, come on. There we go, sacking of Burum. We also captured a slave. Alright, now, in terms of Burum as a location for this... Actually, hold on, it's not even a city, is it? It's just a settlement. We're just sacking a settlement? I thought you could only sack cities. Very strange. Okay, well, anyways. Donwin Diwika has led her men to glorious victory during the siege of Burum. The enemy flee in disgrace, and all that is left is to decide on how to treat the residents within. Needless to say, the spoils of war are likely to cause those back in Wentic and Orm to admire Donwin greatly, but leaving such wealth in the hands of one woman could cause problems in future. So we could gently loot. So this is like... I don't know why we're allowed to sack this settlement. I thought sacking was limited to cities, but I guess because it was a fort, it can happen. This matters very little because of how little more money we'd get. We do not want to get cruel on her. Although the monthly tyranny isn't that big of a deal. The charisma being lowered actually is kind of a deal. Well, she has really good charisma. Maybe cruel would be okay, actually. Because better enslavement efficiency and slave outputs in all of Britannia would actually be quite handy. Actually, getting cruel might be kind of handy here. But then we also... What would happen to the population here? Let's see. Kill 4 freedmen. I think that would depopulate Burum if we did this. So let's... I really don't want to depopulate Burum. I think if Burum had more population, I would go for it. But we're going to gently loot. I really don't want to depopulate Burum. But once we finish the war, Burum will definitely not remain the capital. I think I said before that I wanted... where did I say the capital should be? Did I say Wertis before? Maybe I said Gabanium. I think Gabanium's the best location anyways. Yeah, I think I said Gabanium, so we'll worry about that later. Alright. Now, let's move on north. Yeah, morale will be fine. Let's move up here to Magnus. Once we get this all sieged down. If we can peace out with just Siluria, I'd take that, honestly. But if we can pull off something up here, that would be handy for our future Northern War. Oh yeah, look at this. Oh my gosh, look at this war score. This is what happens when you go from having the maxed out, you don't have the war goal war score, to maxed out, you have the war goal war score. Alright, so we could definitely take this now. Is it worth taking this peace deal right now? This is actually kind of an interesting question. If we took the peace deal right now, we would secure this territory. However, we would then be trapped with a pretty long truce with Ordowicia and what are they called? This northern. I can't read the name; it's too small. But I think we don't. I think we push because we do have the numbers advantage, and securing this territory would really help in the northern war against Corytania, which we have to do right after. That's the next war. Or we could wait and fight Dortrigia next. I think we push. I'm getting a little worried about... how old is Donwyn now? She's 41. I'm a little worried about Donwyn actually dying of old age in the next 10 years. I mean, 10 years is a long time in this game. She's not going to die of old age in her 50s. She's likely to get sick, I think. But so far she's fine. I'm just worried, what's the tribal succession like? Currently the likeliest successor is Kaeltrum, who's also quite competent. So I think it's probably fine. I think we go for it. I think we have the numbers right now. This is going to save us essentially 100 gold of hiring the mercenaries again. So let's go for it. And, yeah. Ooh, stability. Oh, that's really handy. Okay, so now what we can do is actually pull off another law change. So, I was talking before, maybe political influence is better. I think it might be worth it. Here's the thing, we're getting so much centralization now from our current plus 10s down here, right? So, I mean, this one... So in each of these different tiers, I do think these plus 10s were better, so the tribesman output, I said before, is super valuable compared to slaves needed. Monthly ruler pop is better than monthly tyranny, and civ change is better than commerce income. So actually, all of these times, we've picked the better option in this... Okay, I don't know if I'm making sense here. Sometimes I talk, and I'm just like thinking out loud, so I don't know if anyone understands. In each of these tiers, I've had to pick between better centralization bonus versus the other bonus from the lower centralization bonus. So you get better centralization, and possibly the second modifier is better or worse. And what I'm saying is that each of these three tiers, the second option with the better centralization bonus was actually the better second option too, if that makes sense. So more centralization and civ change is better than less centralization and commerce income, and same for these two as well. With this one, I'm saying pop promotion speed isn't better than monthly political influence, so I will get tribal representatives here, and we're going to go for it now. We're going to stay above 20% stability by doing this, so that's fine. Yeah. And the thing is pop promotion speed is so much less valuable than monthly political influence. It's worth 0.05 centralization per month. We only need 60 to do the mission tree, to be honest, so getting above 60, once we get above 60, that modifier isn't as valuable. And I would like to kind of fully control Britannia before I do the reforms, just for simplicity's sake, I think. I may not expand beyond Britannia, but once we fully control Britannia, which will happen either at the end of the Northern War or after a second Northern War, given how much territory is involved here. The Northern War will probably be like a multi-episode arc of stuff happening, because we're going to need quite a lot of military. For after this war, we may even need to get a Northern ally to help us in the Northern War. Possibly... You know, we'll look at that after we finish this war. There's going to be a lot of preparation for the big Northern War to fully secure Britannia, and we'll have to be very careful with that, for sure. But now, ooh, this is what I like to see. Look at this. Where are you going? Magnus? Very strange. All right. Come on, get locked into going to Magnus. Come on, I know you want to. There we go. Yeah, I can't pass this up. This is probably going to be even a stack wipe, maybe. Go attack him in the forest. That's totally fine. All right. All right, so this crazy battle situation going on here. Stack wiped that 500. All right, solid. All right, some crazy movement stuff was going on there, so I didn't really get the full stack wipe, but I did kill 500 of them, so that's handy. I guess we'll just head on back to Lewo Brinta. If I could take Lewo Brinta, And also take Canoium, then we'll be fine. What? Oh, hello. Strange. Another 1,000. If we just depopulate these armies, is that a word? If we kill these armies, how about that? Yeah, stupid army. I won't be able to catch it. So they are slowing down my money situation here, but by keeping these mercs active. But I would really like to finish off this frontier in this war, because the thing is, I don't really want to do the Northern War if I'm just dealing with this frontier. It's going to be way easier if I have forts all along here as well. Because the thing, too, is what I'm thinking about here isn't just having more territory. It's about how many directions can I have their AI armies all split up and go different directions. Because this will be a war against, at minimum, 4 armies, right? Yeah. Because we're dealing with Cornovia, Coritania, Perisia, and Brigantia. So 4 armies minimum, but really we're going to be dealing with something to the tune of 10 armies, because each of these nations is going to have 2 or 3 tribal armies, plus possibly more mercenary armies that they all bring in with their giant treasuries. So this is what I mean when I say this Northern War is going to be a big complicated mess, and we really need to have as many advantages as possible. One advantage is more directions for their armies to all split off and go different directions to go fight. And having frontiers all around here with forts all along it means they're going to be drawn away to go siege down the forts, splitting up their armies. Whatever we can do to split them up and have them not be in one big stack that I can't take on is going to be important. Okay, disagreement on the highest level. Inimicus Urcus, a man of sound reputation, and Keltrim Orgatoris, a nobleman of great virtue, have recently started to spar furiously whilst attending the clan council. Such behavior is unbecoming of these people of stature. However, we have been called upon to take a side in the latest conflict. What's this all about? I could get a bunch of popularity. Why not? Let's have, Inimicus may get disloyal. Inimicus has the worst loyalty, so we'll side with him. Sorry, Keltrim. Let's not have disloyalty here. All right. What is this? They're moving in. Yeah, this is a bad decision from them. They're going to attack me in the forest over the river. That is fine. I will happily take that. Alright, I didn't quite get the siege in time. That's fine. This is just a settlement. Easy peasy. They didn't even have 4 morale. What are they thinking? More movement madness from the AI here. But they are chipping away at my forces here. These mercenaries are getting battered, but we are killing a lot of their forces too. Alright. Can I catch these guys here? No, not quite. But I think now I've smacked them around enough that they're not going to be able to really challenge me again with a full combined stack. The important thing is that we took Burum, and now we're winning the war. So that white peace threat is not going to happen again, which is very, very important. All right, back we are in the siege. Sadly, we have to start again from the beginning, but that's fine. I think it's actually been like a year in-game since we were in Lewa Brinta, so maybe I shouldn't complain so much. What is this series if not a forum for me to complain in? I'm having a lot of fun, by the way. I don't know if you can tell, but this is really fun for me. I haven't played Imperator for a little while because I've had other stuff going on IRL, but back at it with my YouTube channel, which is popping off a little bit. I've got something like 8 subscribers. Super thrilling. I just imagine 8 people in a room like being fans of my work, which is a way more exciting mental image than just thinking 8 people in the world have subscribed. But I'm getting a couple dozen views on the first couple of videos. I'm getting something like 10 views on these follow-up videos, the later ones in the series, which is truly crazy. I'm very blessed to have that. And yeah, I'm just doing this for my own sake. This is just a fun thing for me. The fact that anyone's watching at all is honestly quite humbling. This is just a hobby of mine, and I feel really fortunate that people are checking it out and are enjoying it, because I definitely, when I first got into Imperator Rome, I felt a little sad that there wasn't really a huge Imperator Rome YouTube community playing in the style that I play in. So I'm glad that people are enjoying it, and I hope that I continue to give the good content that everyone likes. Anyways, so yeah, I think they're not going to be able to challenge the siege, but they will be able to sneak through, those jerks. This is going to be annoying. I don't really have a way to deal with it. Although now they're going to be trapped by the zones of control, so should be okay in a siege race. Should be okay. Ooh, military tradition. Holy moly, we actually got there. Okay, so what we need to do here is think carefully. Which of these gives us options for more? This allows us to get to italic tradition groups. What about you? No. So, this would get us towards... Well, hold on. We need to actually have italic culture for that to happen, though, so let's not worry about that. That's a little too far down the line. So our options are enslavement efficiency and slave output, which is pretty handy. Chariot defense, which is handy because we have chariots. Or hit and run tactics are enabled, and forest combat bonus. We do have a lot of forests around. Or siege ability, 10%. This actually might be the best one, I'll be honest. We're doing a lot of sieging, and our northern war, which is what I'm really thinking about, is going to involve a lot of sieging. What's our current siege ability modifier? It might be 0% on our base levy. Can I see that somewhere? Do I have a modifier thing that says somewhere? I'm going to guess it's 0%. So I think I will grab scale the walls. This also leads us to heavy infantry defense isn't super useful for me. Then again, forest combat bonus is substantial. And there are some forests in the north up here. And there are forests just in general around. I think I will go... Ooh, I could get some other bonuses here. Levy size multiplier is quite useful too. Chariot defense could be really good. I think I will make my way... This is actually kind of a tough choice here. Hit and run tactics are enabled. What does hit and run even mean? I have to admit I'm not 100% sure what that even means. Tactic. I think... I think just for flexibility, I will just grab Glory of the Hunt, because slave output is really handy with all of our slaves. Enslavement efficiency is good, getting a chance to... I think that means enslaving instead of killing. So I think I will grab this. Tribal warfare is a brutal affair. The seizure of slaves, women, and valuables is a time-honored practice which we ought not to forego. Glory of the Hunt. And this is mostly just to open the way for a lot of other options based on what we need. So we'll go with that. Let's not worry about that too much. Getting the army... what's this called? Army tradition is just something that's happening in the background, so let's not worry too much about that. All right, looking good. They're gonna run around down here and get caught up in the zone of control. Or will they? No, they won't actually, because they can go through here still. Yeesh. Donwin had a kid? Really? Wow, look at you, 41 years old. Still fertile. Buit Diwikis, that's quite the name. Alright. Now, Buit Diwikis, I think, is a full, it's like he's a full 17 years younger than your other children. That's fine. Donis Diwikis is actually of age now, as is his sister. I haven't really looked at these characters at all. Oh, look at this. Ooh, this is a little dicey. I think because of their bad morale, we might pull this off. But this is actually kind of on the fence here. I think we just have to kind of see how this goes. We're going to be attacking in the hills, technically. I think the morale may make the difference here, though. What? Creation of Magnus. Oh, they took that, alright. Yeah, the morale, we're not gonna, it's not gonna make enough of a difference. Alright, I think... Alright, I think this decision actually effectively is a bigger decision that affects my entire timeline here. Because I think, here's the thing. What we can do is end the war right now and just take this territory and actually commit ourselves to a future frontier war to take this land before the Northern War. Because what we can do is, in the meantime, while the truce for this is happening, fight Duratriga and secure this, and then go back to fight these guys again, and then fight the Northern War after that. And the Northern dynamic may change in the interim, which would help us. There may be some internal fighting up here. So I think we're going to actually cut our losses, because I don't really want to lose a fight and mess up my... Well, actually, hold on. Because we're going to lose the fight, but do we withdraw and try and pull something else off? It's only worth withdrawing here and trying to pull off some other strategy with this force if there's something else we can accomplish against the forces that they have, which I don't think we can do. Or we withdraw and then hire more mercenaries to really secure the end of the war, which we could actually afford with our super good economy here. Especially because these mercs are all being killed. Let me see, before I make this decision, what other mercenaries are actually available nearby. So you're there, of course. You're there. I could get mercenaries in Dewa. 6,000. This would be... I'd bring them down here, and then I'd come back up north. Okay. But those mercs would be 100, and then also their upkeep. We'd have a couple months of that. Alright, now it's at even. Now the numbers difference is going to make the difference here. Alright. I think what we do... This is actually kind of a tough decision. Do we commit to finishing off the war, which with those mercs we definitely can? Or do we cut our losses and do the war later? What would be better in the short term? I think, okay, when is our truce with Duratriga coming up? That's kind of what is going to decide this here. Truce with Duratriga, 10th of May, 470. So that's in about, let's see here. It's 490, 470. It's in about a year and a half. So can we finish this war with the mercs in a year and a half? I think so. So we either wait a year and a half to fight Duratriga and just recover and do nothing, or we finish this war and then fight Duratriga. I think we finished the war. I think we're going to go for it. I think we're going to be audacious here. So far, being very aggressive diplomatically has really helped us. So what we're going to do, we're going to withdraw this force to Banawenta. All right, so withdrawing actually gave us a bit of a better outcome there for our numbers. So off we go. And now we're going to hire the mercs in Dewa and bring them down and basically get another big army. They haven't sieged any of my forts over here, so we have some time to pull off a maneuver here. So that's the key thing, I think. All right, the Dewa force, we're going to recruit them. 100 gold, and it's going to cost us a bunch of money per turn. That's fine. And I think what I will do is... I might actually de-hire Senatiai's mercs, because my levy plus the new mercs will be enough. So this mercenary force, once they're in my territory and they're not retreating, I will disband them. I'm trying to think, just having multiple mercs hired at once increase the upkeep by like a whole bunch? Possibly it might. But I think I'd rather hire the mercs in Dewa right now so that they start getting their morale up and I can move them over to Banawenta and set them on reorganization. I think we're going to do that. We're going to really use our money quite exuberantly here to pull this off. All right, the Dewa mercs. Hire them. All right. Time to go to Banawenta. All right, we have a plan. So, a little bit of a snafu here at the end. I guess they got their forces together a bit better than I anticipated, but we're going to be able to make up for it. And we'll de-hire the the other mercs we have once we're able to, once they're not retreating, which I think is the issue. And yeah, we have time because they have to siege down Dalau, Coffee, or Burum, rather. So it should be fine. Once you arrive, we'll set you onto reorganization. Okay. So my economy is going to collapse here in a moment, but it's going to be worth it, I swear. All right, you cannot disband you until you finish retreating. Okay, confusingly, the Decanglia flag is very similar to my flag, so I got a little thrown off there by this army, but got that figured out. All right. Oh man, look at this treasury. Oh my god. All right. Come on, just get to Banawenta so I can get you disbanded. Come on. There we go. All right. Disband this mercenary force. They're just not worth having while I have the 6,000 fresh mercs. That's fine. I've made my commitment. We're going to go with it now. They served us well. All right. We really are pulling off like the Carthaginian expansion strategy of just using mercenaries to really fill out our forces. So now we're down to 3.61 minus per turn while they're reorganizing, which won't take too long. I suppose we may as well reorganize you as well. So we'll do that. We'll probably come relieve the siege at Burum. What are you doing here, Kiltrim? I don't know about this situation, Kiltrim. 0 men. Alright. I really hope they don't finish sieging that down, because that would be extremely irritating. So we may have to kind of rush. Yeah, my levy is not repaired at all. We're going to use up all of our manpower in this war. That's fine. Once these mercs have their morale up, I'm going to just send them on their own to go relieve the siege. That should be totally fine. We'll be defending in the forest. Easy peasy. Miraculous recovery. Keltrim seems to be in remission from his previous ill. He was ill? What? He was frail. Oh, that's not good. Curious. Alright, that's good to hear. How are my mercs looking? Yeah, my levy is going to have to just kind of stay up here in Banawenta and just kind of play defensively for a bit. They're not ready at all to go participate. Alright, that's enough. We're going to have to go stop this now. I'm getting a little scared of them taking the siege. If they recover Burum, this is going to be a huge disaster. So we're going to... Fingers crossed they don't get lucky with the 7%, but, you know, the AI, they pull off all sorts of shenanigans. Alright, come on. Let's not see some BS here, please. Come on, 7%? That's so low. I never get 7% rolls. Come on, AI. Don't even think about it. Don't even think about it, AI. Come on, come on, come on. Whew, okay. 21% though, that's definitely scary. So we're going to roll on in. 91% morale. This should be fine. We're going to be defending in the forest. What? Why is that so bad? Oh, they have their insane 13 commander. Ah, geez, okay. We're going to wait until on the way in the tick will happen. Okay, suddenly this is now looking very dicey indeed. What? Higher morale. But I'm defending in the forest. Why is the terrain to their benefit? That's wrong. That's literally incorrect. They shouldn't have the terrain advantage. I don't... Okay, sure, they have a really good commander, but... Let's wait until the tick and we get our morale back up. Alright, now we move in. I'm just going to not believe this. I think I'm defending in the forest, so I don't know what they're talking about. 18th of May, come on. Do not get this. 21%. Do not get this. Okay, whew, we're good. We're just going to see what happens here. Yeah, what was the game telling me? They have the advantage, you liar. I'm also have the tactics advantage too. What in the world? What is this BS? Okay, we lost 1,000. We killed 2,500. Worth it. All right, now we're gonna chase him down. And you are recovered enough, I think. Let's move you over to Konda or to Wikia. Yeah, my manpower is getting really smacked around here. Gotta be real careful. Oh my gosh, okay, well, that was alarming, but I figured the game was wrong about that. I was defending in the forest. I don't know what the game was thinking there. I was they don't have the terrain advantage if they're the attacker in the forest. I don't know. Sometimes that little auto-resolve, this isn't Total War. Sometimes that little, here's what'll happen modifier, or notifier, isn't really accurate. All right, back we go to the third attempt on Liwo Brinta. We're gonna... All right, this time we're gonna just pile on everyone in there, send in all of our forces, because we can't afford to mess this up again. And I know we're getting close on time again, but we're just gonna push. We're gonna push. I want to finish this war. This is a case where the war hasn't been like tactically or like strategically I've messed up. It's just a difficult war in bad terrain against a pernicious enemy. So getting these guys killed is definitely on the table. Plus, destroying these nations in this war against this faction gives me 200% more slaves to sell to recover my economy. So that's handy. Yeah, so now we're definitely not going to be... They're not going to be able to push us off Liwo Brinta, and we're going to win the siege race against these places, so... should be fine. Oh my gosh, getting this frontier secure is so critical. This is really probably what the Romans felt like in real life, trying to deal with this terrain up here. They had kind of a similar arrangement of territory they controlled, to be honest. But the border gore being fixed matters so much to me. That's really making it worth it. Whew. So now our centralization is good, we just need the good stability. And this I'll probably select once my stability is 40, and then the missions I'll be doing while I'm doing the Northern War, I suppose, plus the Southern War. Getting the Icenia name to be as big and unified as possible, it's very critical. Food's looking fine. And my situation here is getting a little dicey. We may need to deal with that in a moment, once we finish this war. Yeah, this has been a something like a 5-year, 6-year endeavor now. It's getting crazy. Prominent centralization. Inimicus Urcus is one of our more prominent clan chiefs and a strong leader of his people. Excuse me, their loyalty to our central rule has come into question lately, and Cartoritus Calatus has suggested moving some of that clan under our authority. So we've seen this event before. Not worth it. Not worth it, honestly, and this is probably the best option. Although Cartoritus is going to get a little disloyal here. He's really old, so I think it's probably fine. He may just die of old age, and he's not a general, so it's not super critical that he's loyal right now. Yeah. Should be fine. And this war will be over soon enough. Peace imminent. Oh, come on. Okay, we have a couple years still, so this should be fine. It's because the war's been going on for way too long. Our war exhaustion is getting a little out of control here, but it should be okay. Right now, it's just affecting happiness and pop gain a little bit, so... But our military experience has improved, so that's handy at least. Alright, I was getting a text from my friend. She just got the second COVID vaccine dose. This is going to date this video pretty crazily, because if you watch this video later on in time, like years from now, you'll remember suddenly the COVID experience and the vaccines. That'll matter. But she was just texting me about her vaccine side effect there, which is pretty normal. Anyways, Siege of Liwo Brinta is 1. There we go. That's handy. Got a slave. And more importantly, got that under control. What do we have here? Another settlement sack. Let's not kill off the people here, please. This is a little dicey for sure. Again, I'd like to get the cruel trait, but I can't really pull it off. Let's scare them into not moving, or we'll just attack them here. That's fine. Actually, is it fine? I want to kill off this army so it can't bother me anymore. That being said, though, I think I'd rather defend and I'd rather attack in the plains than attack in the forest. So let's actually just go up here to Canoium. I just want to get these guys out of the war. That's all I care about at this point. So now they're going to get stuck in the zone of control around here, and everything will be fine. So, in fact, we're actually almost to the 1st of October again, so we'll have to do another omen here. This war has really consumed all of our time, but that's okay. Yeah. They're on their last legs here. Things are going to be close. My manpower has been obliterated by this war. This has been very, very costly for our manpower, but it'll just tick back up again. Nothing we can really do to speed that up. Maybe we'll take the Manpower Recovery omen, actually. I think Donwin is almost perfectly popular. Yeah, our popularity is super high, so should be fine. Supporting clan, we are approached by a messenger from the clan of Keltrim Orcturus with a letter from their leader asking if we want to make a mutually beneficial deal. If we agree to this deal, they will make sure to make us more popular amongst their clan as we make them more popular amongst ours. This can be a great opportunity for us to increase our prominence at the cost of helping one of our allies. Ooh. Definitely not. No way. Sorry, Keltrim. I can't afford that money, or that influence, to be honest. Once we finish the war, by the way, we're going to have enough influence to actually maybe build some cities. Very exciting. Something we haven't been able to really do this entire game because of our political influence amount that we haven't had. So, yeah, now it's just a waiting game, sieging that down. Almost there. I'm going to thankfully not have to deal with this matter. Why is this not being besieged? I have a fort here. This should be getting besieged. I don't know. Who knows? It won't affect the peace deal at all. We're going to be able to fully take these guys. And just in time, actually, for the Duratrigan War, which is rapidly coming up here. That's great. Oh, man, this war. This is... I mean, I expected this war in the Welsh terrain was going to be kind of tough, but this has been just a slog. Absolute mess. Pro tip, never invade Wales. If you were thinking about it, here's my advice. Don't do it. I know you may have been considering it, but it's not worth it. This is just a big mess. Oh my gosh. Anyways. Get the... Uh-oh. Donwin falls ill. That's not good. Infection. This is what I was worried about as she's getting older. Alright, hopefully she seeks treatment, and hopefully the 7%. We're lucky, please. No, okay. Shouldn't be a huge deal if Donwin dies. Keltrim is also not in the best of health, but he's fine to take over, I think. What's his corruption looking like? He said the free hands on him. Ooh, that's not really great. That's a lot of monthly wages. Can I get away with revoking free hands? Yes, I think I will. Actually, hold on. Maybe I wasn't able to get away with that. That affected his loyalty more than I expected. Shoot. Alright, we're going to spend some of our influence to fix that. Oh, hello. Massive army. Where are you coming from? What? I think they... Okay, this maybe explains where this army was before, because I got caught off guard in the past by them being coming from north. Okay, so it's low on... Actually, hold on. These are mercenaries. They also are black flagging their way into here, so their morale is terrible. They shouldn't really swing things. I think this will be fine. I think this is wrong again. I think this is actually way better than it looks. So let's not worry too much about that. All right, if we get... Okay, we didn't get that. That would make it easier. Yeah, so this should actually be fine. Okay, so huge fight here. We're attacking, but we should be fine on morale. Yeah, this is going to be okay. They didn't use those mercenaries very smartly. They should have brought them in elsewhere and de-black flag them. So we're going to get our forces obliterated, but we're going to obliterate them more, which is what really matters. It's going to be close, but we're going to pull away here, I think. What's going on here at the end? All right, let's not... come on. Let's not see any funny business here, please. Come on. Why are they... What's going on here? Come on. Just get them down. Calls for peace. This is not good. This is not good. Come on, just... We're so close. Just come on. They only have like one guy left. Come on, just... This is so caught. My manpower is going to be so messed up by this. Oh my good god. Okay, look at these results. This is insane. 3,000 of our troops. Most of these are mercenaries, but still. Absolutely obliterated. This was a completely even fight as well. But the key thing is we keep the siege. So this war may be over imminently. All we need is this fort so that we can take this land. That's all we care about. Calls for peace are absolutely out of control. Yeah. Start to mess up my war exhaustion. Oh! Oh my god. I paused it and I didn't even realize it was the first. That was real close. If I had messed that up, that would have been annoying. Okay, well, maybe this is the time for the Manpower Recovery. That being said, having a really popular ruler is really important for the tribal reform mission tree, so not that we're going to get to it anytime soon. So I think we are going to go for Manpower Recovery speed. Let's grab the Andraste one. Yeah. Actually going to be useful here. I'm really glad I paused when I heard that notification noise, because that was real close to not happening. Oh my god, finally. Okay. They actually do have a little population here. But I think I would kill all of them if I... Well, hold on. It says 4 nobles are killed, but there's only 4 population, and only one of them is a noble. I think we're just going to gently loot here just to be safe. Oh my god, okay. There we go. Finally it's over. This war. Okay, Silurian, Demetia to Icenia, Ordowikian, Ordowikia to Icenia, and Decanglian, Ordowikia to Icenia. We're going to get a lot of aggressive expansion, but this massive, insane war is finally over. The Britannia local power of Siluria, we've accepted this deal. Okay, well, we're not going to do all this now because this part is way over time, but we are going to go ahead and imprison the leaders of all of these nations. And my game may lag for a moment. Once I finish clicking through this, we're going to call this an episode once we let a day pass. And that's that. Call for peace. Yeah, we're at peace now. Look at this. Nice, unified Icenia. It was worth it for that. All right, next time we're going to clean up the massive mess that this war has caused for our economy and our population, and we're going to deal with the general plans for the imminent war against Duratriga. Thank you so much for watching, and I will see you next time.